planer first?
Yeah, we'll try that first. Oh, number 12. What was that, 1 mark? 2? That's about 34 pounds of drag right there. Number 4 was... shot of the angle here, man. 4.5 knots, which is much slower than we're going to go for tuna.
That's like a 15-degree angle.
That's all right. That's not bad, but we're going very slow right now. 6 knots. That's, if I remember correctly, that's about 40 pounds of drag right there. At number 5 on the 70, where I had it set. It's actually creeping slightly, but I'm not at strike. Oh, I take that back. I think that's 34. Strike is 40, 38, and full on this reel is, I have it set at 45. So we're creeping here at 5, actually worse than creeping. I'm going to strike. What do we got for speed, Nat? 6.5 knots. I believe we have 70, no, I take that back. I think we have about 75 feet of line out. We have a leader that's longer than normal. We have a 50-foot leader of 100-pound Momoy.
All right, now we're coming around to go with the tide.
So it should take some strain off the reel. Again, this is a number 12 planer, not a 16. Much smaller than the 16.
So you got 75 yards out?
75 feet.
75 feet. How much? How deep do you think it's running? 15?
I don't know. Obviously, we don't really. I mean, our angle isn't as bad as I thought it would be with the planer. I thought it would scope more. So again, I'm pretty sure our drag is at about 38 pounds right here, at where I had this reel set.
Now, when you got it inline.
Oh, I got it right here. 39 pounds at strike. This is an inline planer again.
Yeah, when you got it inline, it's going to trip when the fish hits it.
Right, exactly.
You don't really need free spool other than when you want to bring it in.
Right.
All right, so now we're going with the tide here.
We could play music on this 200-pound Jerry Brown hollow core. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, man.
Oh yeah, that's why we got the 200-pound on here. 7.5 knots. We're going with the tide, though.
7.5 knots with the tide. Backing it off.
Backing it off just to experiment. When I do my little piece of paper. You can see the drag. The difference is significant. Right here, we're at 34 pounds. That's 34 pounds right there. Big difference.
The tide makes.
And we tripped her.
Yeah, she tripped.
Wait, get a picture of that planer.
So now,
resetting it. Let's see if we can get the colors this time.
Ready?
Yep. One. No. Is that 2? I don't know. 3 colors right there. That's 75 feet of actual, 200-pound Jerry Brown in the water. Yep.
Way to trip it.
I bet you couldn't trip it going into the current.
I bet I could.
Go ahead, show us,
Way to
Cap.
trip it. You got it there. You're digging. You want to check the bait. Way to trip it. Free spool for like 2-3 seconds. Ready? Watch the spool. You see that loop come out of the spool? It's tripped.
Got it. Excellent.
Get the bigger planer.
Yeah, the problem is that it doesn't lock.
You can just, the shorter rod lets you, the shorter rod, you can just unclip it right here. Nobody has to string a rod around it.
Going with the number 16, much bigger surface area, weighs 4 ounces more. Expect a lot of pressure here.
Yeah, that's what. So Captain Mike just said there, you don't want to run it out of transit.
Right.
You know, it's difficult. I mean, if you're fishing a bent
First
butt,
rod holder with a 4-foot rod is the way to go.
you're going to fish it stand up though, right? You get a fish on. You just get the guy.
Got to get a gimbal lifter, which we don't have, because that short butt doesn't lock in on these regular rod holders. You need a gimbal lifter.
And make sure the line's coming off the tip this way. While you're on the starboard side, it doesn't catch on the thing. Get it set and deployed.
What I did was I took this Jerry Brown 200-pound hollow core and I actually marked it with a Sharpie to give us some idea of the depth. I honestly don't know how long it'll last on here, but it gives us an idea of how deep we are without going with the color braided line. Because we'll probably use this rod for other types of fishing other than, or this reel with other types of fishing other than planer fishing. So now we're going to come around.
Like 7 knots.
We're going about 7 knots ballpark, and we're holding at 39 pounds of drag. Yeah, look, we got a lot more drag here. 39's not holding it. Pull isn't holding it. Yeah, she's not holding. The 16 planer's too big.
For a 70. I bet the 80 will hold it.
I'm not done with this reel.
Get back to that shiest.
All right, we tightened up the drag quite a bit. I don't know if I have enough free spool.
It's just creeping. Yeah, on straight.
That's it. Isn't it?
That extra knot, man. It's 6 knots.
Now, 1 knot makes a big difference. Where are you? Yeah, she won't hold. She won't hold. Bring her to 6, it's no problem. That's fucking drag. No. I think the answer is a number 12. 1070 again with a number 12 planer. We're easily holding at the number 4 drag position on the 70. So, moral of the story seems to be the 70 works with a number 12 Old Salty planer at tuna trolling speed, but not a number 16.
What do you take me for? A fool?
Takes a fool to know a fool.